Welcome back to part 3 of What If Ahsoka Sensed Anakin's Fall. Thank you to those of you who watched the first 2 parts of this video. To recap what happened in those parts in case you haven't seen them, Ahsoka's senses had enabled her to warn Shaak-Ti of the threat in Palpatine's office, but as both sides struggle to keep a hold of the hate-fueled Anakin, it is Palpatine who gets the upper hand and brings Anakin to his destroyer. The Jedi Knight could sense Ahsoka being hurt by Maul, but was powerless to do anything, as Palpatine now ordered for the remaining clone troopers to hunt down Padme and Ahsoka. The clone troopers that had received the orders from Palpatine turned their attentions away from the Jedi and onto the 2 newest targets, with all of them convening back at the Republic military base on Coruscant. Unfortunately for these clone troopers, the surviving Jedi of Order 66 and the chip-free clone troopers had anticipated this move by their former army, and hiding in the exterior of the complex, they ambushed the arriving clone troopers. Obi-Wan and Windu began a thorough and efficient interrogation process on all of the Clone Marshal commanders, and all of them admitted that they had been dispatched to track down Padme and Ahsoka before removing the inhibitor chips from their head. The Jedi Padawan was currently resting in the Grand Republic's medical facility, and upon hearing of the threat to her life, a group of clones surrounded her in protection, awaiting their threat. But the danger was not from enemy blaster fire or lightsabers, rather from within, as Ahsoka began to twitch and mutter incoherent words on the medical bedding. The former Jedi began to speak in a native Togruta, and the resident protocol droid translated her words to refer to the cloning facility on Kamino. Alerting the Jedi to the visions that Ahsoka was having about Anakin, Shaak-Ti is concerned about what Palpatine was planning, so she dispatched an elite group of clone troopers to investigate the occurrences on Tipoca City. Approaching through the rain clouds of the planet's surface, Commander Rex spotted inbound fighters heading for their way, and quickly swerving away from their intended target, the clones had to seek refuge on an adjacent platform on Tipoca City. Although Rex was not a Force sensitive, even he could feel something eerie and ominous about their landing location, and preparing their blaster pistols, he dramatically turned to a floating Anakin Skywalker. Rex attempted to pull the general out from his tank, but he is stopped by ARC Trooper Jesse, who pointed to the wider area, and the clones saw hundreds if not thousands of Anakins in stasis, all part of an accelerated cloning process. Reporting back to the Jedi on Coruscant, Yoda orders the clones to try and inflict as much destruction as they could, whilst they mobilise their remaining fleet to mount a takeover of the planet, but as they are about to leave, they receive a transmission from Senator Bail Organa. The Senate and its security forces have been watching over Padme's recovery, but their location had been compromised by a signal from one of the droids aboard the ship, leading to the first batch of Imperial stormtroopers boarding his cruiser. Although the senators and the guards had attempted a defence, Padme is forced into an empty escape pod with Luke and Leia, whilst Bail Organa scrambled into one of his spare shuttles to the surface of Coruscant. Now in the lower parts of the planet, he was being pursued by clone troopers, and it is the Jedi who managed to save him before he could be shot down in his speeder. Yoda and Windu assign Obi-Wan to find the location of the Senator, leaving themselves to go to Kamino with a group of Jedi Masters, whilst Master T and Sin Dralik stayed to protect the temple from any potential unexpected attacks. The Steward Master entered into one of the last remaining Jedi starfighters and headed for the coordinates of the Imperial assault on Bail Organa's cruiser, but once he arrived, he found it to be surrounded by a small fleet and knew he could not pass through it. But through the debris left by the assault, he spotted the faithful astromech R2-D2, and dragging it to the roof of his ship with the Force, he travelled back to his Venator-class Star Destroyer, where Bail Organa examines the database that R2-D2 had obtained from the cruiser. The docking logs had revealed that Padme had jettisoned towards the planet of Tatooine, clearly aiming to bring Luke and Leia to the safety of the last family, and Obi-Wan traced the route of the escape pod into the sand-covered planet. The Jedi Master swept his Jedi robes around him as the sand started to swirl, and sensing the powerful Luke and Leia, he stopped Padme from entering their home. The Senator is surprised by the appearance of the Jedi Master, as he ordered her to return, having sourced the location of Anakin. The Senator agreed, with the last family temporarily watching over the children. Obi-Wan and Padme trailed the other Jedi on their journey to Kamino, when he received a surprising transmission from Ahsoka, who had not been willing to let the fate of her master fall into the hands of the others, watching her fly alongside them in a Y-wing bomber. Rather skeptically leaving Maul to try and draw out the Emperor, the Jedi launched into one last battle for the galaxy. That is it for part 3 of What If Ahsoka Sensed Anakin's Fall. If you'd like to see a finale episode soon, please like this video, turn on the notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel whilst it films. And as always, leave a comment about what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.